Hello, my name is Reagan Horton, and my topic is about print versus electronic media. Can there be a cohabitation of competing media and how readers can benefit? Go ahead. So with the advancements of modern technology, we've seen such a huge growth in digital format. The invention of the internet was one of the biggest things. We've seen, news, and we've seen video articles, everything coming on the internet now, which gives us all our electronic media and gives us to us right away. A good example of this is RMS feeds. RMS feeds are, if you're following a website and you want to know when something is updated, you can subscribe to the RMS feed and you'll get an electronic email notification when it happens. So for example, say like you're following the Republican caucus and you want to follow a Ron Paul webpage and it says, next time something is updated on this webpage, send me an email. So next time anything or another article comes up on that website, it'll send you an email so you can read it. Advertising electronically has gotten huge for businesses. Companies like Facebook or websites like Facebook and Twitter have been really helpful in this because it shows users what's going on with the company in real time. Companies can send out coupons, they can send out sales, they can tell you what's the latest with the company, what they're doing now. Websites are a great way for users to go see what's going on with customers, or for companies. They can see, store hours. They can find out all the information that they need where they typically couldn't find out before. A new company that's come out is called Groupon. A great website for finding coupons for new restaurants, bookstores, businesses, anything like that you want to find out there that might have some kind of coupon. You can find it with updates daily. Go ahead. Some explanations for this are the rapid growth of technology, and especially in mobile devices. Not just mobile devices, but computers and laptops have all gotten cheaper and have all been much more easier to get. Mobile devices have become so much more widespread and have become so useful. We can watch videos on our handheld devices, on our phones now. We can read news articles, we can keep up with our email, do everything we want to do on a computer, but right there in our hands. So electronic media is getting to us faster and much easier. The great thing about electronic media is also that it gives the publishers insight to what's going on with their customers. They want to know what they're reading, when they're reading it, and if they're reading certain articles, they want to know what pages or what areas they find most interesting. If publishers have this information, they can adjust their publications to this to better suit the customers, which will help them out especially. Go ahead. So my first example came from when I first started at Iowa State in 2009. I was trying to find a print journal that the library had carried up until the early 2000s, but after finding out they only carry the electronic version, this is a bit of a shock to me because I really hadn't experienced this before. In the news lately, you might have heard about Encyclopedia Britannica. They decided to abandon their print version completely and go electronic. This is big news because Encyclopedia Britannica has been around for many years, and for so long they've been famous for carrying out these printed books. Go ahead. So here's some numbers to help you out and kind of help you understand. This bottom half right here shows the print advertising for newspapers. This top part right here shows the online advertising, and you can see that print still has a large portion of it. Here in 2003, you can see that print carried almost all of it, with a small portion of it going to online. And the trend has gone down somewhat in newspapers, but online hasn't increased that much. It doesn't necessarily show the trends that we're expecting. We're expecting to see this to shrink down and online to expand just as much, but it really hasn't. You can see around the recession eras that most people decided to stop advertising, so that's probably why you're seeing a large decrease in that. So that's telling us that print isn't going away completely. We're seeing an increase in online advertising, but print is going to be hard to get rid of altogether. Go ahead. So what's next for print? Is it going to be gone completely? How long is it going to last? What's next? In the article that I read, it said 78% of publishers have said that they will not abandon their print versions within the next 5 years. This is going to, this kind of tells us that if anything were to happen, it's going to be a very slow transition. Go ahead. the reasons for this, the cost of going digital can be too expensive for some companies. When you look at larger publishers, they may have the capital to invest in the electronics needed to go electronic with their media. Some of the smaller companies can't necessarily afford that. They can't afford to just abandon their print and invest everything they have into electronic media altogether. Some companies, some journals are using a multi-channel approach, which means that they're using print media and electronic media altogether, or they're combining the two. So you may have a printed version with an article, and at the end it may have a website to go to read more information about this article. Go ahead. So in conclusion, can the two cohabitate together? And I believe that they can. Print brings out so much quality to the media that people read. People love their books, And when you have examples like the Kindle Fire and you have the Nook, that people think that are going to completely banish books altogether. I don't think that's going to happen. People love their books, and this is a new fad. Maybe this is just something that is just a new trend that people are getting into, but I don't think it can wipe out print altogether. There's just no possible way. Not everybody has access to electronic media, so print is going to have to be there for some people, and as long as it's there for just even a few people, it's going to be around here. Thank you.